today, this morning. It's like not even noon yet here, and already I'm experiencing the pain and the harm to my body, to the private parts of my body. It's just hard to feel hopeful, like just wake up and get out of bed and not know like what a day will bring, and just trying to maintain some level of hope, and just in the midst of such heinous abuse. Just today I'm actually dealing with something that's like it's different than the burning the private parts of my body. It feels like somebody is trying to literally like cut the inside of my body, of my vagina, and I'm bleeding, and it's like bright red blood, and it's extremely painful. And I've talked to 2 people about it today. I've kind of talked to a couple of other people about it. Hey, I just woke up after a pretty rough night. The same thing happened last night as the night before, which was whenever I was trying to go to sleep, the private parts of my body began being burned again, and it felt like someone pushing out something inside of my body. So yeah, that's what I am up against today is but the abuse last night was pretty extreme. And your mouth feels just like my teeth are like pressed forward, and I don't know, it's a lot of strange things. I've been doing some research, I guess what it's called, organized stalking. I'm called a targeted individual, but the abuse last night was pretty extreme. I can feel it's going to be the same again today, already on the harming of the private parts of my body. Don't really know what to do. I tried to go to a doctor to get some kind of pain medicine, because what actually happens to me, what is happening to me is my actual physical body is being burned. So it causes me to go into shock, and it's excruciatingly painful. And I have my limitations on the duration and length of pain that I can handle. So it was a couple of weeks ago, I asked him what he was doing there, and he said that I needed to stay in my room. And I asked why, and he said that essentially they wanted to keep an eye on me for a while. And I was like, okay, for how long? And he was like, well, we haven't decided that yet. And I was like, all right, well, I'm leaving. But it definitely felt like if I talk about what's happening to me, that I'm being retaliated against. And I know the logical mind is like, well, everyone can't be involved. But it seems that, I don't know, if the government has the right to watch and the proper paperwork, just walk right in and take over a hospital. And it seems that that is a very real reality in a lot of capacities of the things that I've faced. So today, just kind of just feeling some pretty general fear about my own safety, because the government's burning the private parts of my body. Sometimes it feels like a laser or like pins and needles. So, yesterday I went to the beach and like drank a couple of beers and just sat down there after laying in bed and sobbing for 2 hours because the private parts of my body were being burned and my breasts are removed. And just the trauma from it. Just not being able to cope with the pain and the emotional trauma that comes from someone harming me using, I guess, remote medical technology is my best guess. I went and saw a dermatologist.
Colors and stuff, but like again, living in the car with this stupid broken foot ankle thing going on. It looks totally gnarly. Look at it. It's like nasty. I don't know if the camera's picking up all the other ugly colors and stuff, but like it hurts too. I can't believe they didn't give me any medicine. I can't even find my aspirin or Tylenol. It's like all black and green. I don't know. The camera doesn't see it very well, but it's pretty gross. So this is this foot. This is the normal foot. I can kind of take the other sock off, but you can see like this is kind of where the normal part ends. And totally gnarly, like weird marks on my legs too.
Okay, you just got done hearing testimony of this woman. Her name is Megan. She's a target individual, and they're utilizing the same technology that they utilize on target individual in order to develop this technology, these weapons. Unfortunately, like many other target individual, we're just test subjects. We're used as guinea pigs, and they create these disturbing things, destroy the life of target individuals in different fashion, financially, physically, and mentally. Um, but they try to paint the target individual as in this negative way, one way or another. And you heard what they do. This woman's story is horrible. The torture, and the technology they're utilizing is the technology these DoD entities have been working on for years. Ability to utilize some kind of devices that utilize, frequencies of some sort, radiations of some sort, energy of some sort that can remotely do things to your body, right? And you're gonna hear that man talking about as calling it the 21st century new weapon system, right? Where no longer bullets will be a need, or things that will destruct all the environment or the surrounding. It will just can target an individual in specific ways, even do harmful things to specific organs, things that are so sophisticated in that way. Unfortunately, on us is utilized in a negative ways. I'm sure that at one point this technology will be applied in a positive way. In positive way, meaning that in a way to heal, but it's not used like that right now because this is coming from the Department of Defense, and they are employing all kind of people, right? And contracting all kind of people. And you gotta understand, if you're in the medical field, you would love to be participating in this program because you get to be involved in technology that gives you a perspective of the human body in different ways and the ability to control different things. So I can only imagine for anybody in the science world and medical world, this is like, oh, it's it's amazing. But unfortunately, what we're just used as guinea pigs, and not only that, we're used as guinea pigs in a negative way, right? It's not like they try to heal us, and no. They destroying our body. Matter of fact, sometimes they destroy our body and see how they can just fix what they've destroyed. Now, this woman, you heard how horrible her life is. You're gonna hear how she was even attacked, and talk about how her bones are so brittle that a small fall got more intense. Like, she was actually attacked. The attack caused her to have her foot broken, right? And as she knows how it goes, they fragilize the body. This technology make our bones, our body so brittle. A whole joint, like right now, I can feel like I feel like I'm porcelain. Like if I fall down, boom, everything can just break. So I know what this program, what these people do to men, women, and children. But these clowns are disgusting in other ways. For me, they've been trying to, they try to paint you as this danger and threat, and find ways to try to make you think like you're the one who's a threat to women. You're gonna pay what you're doing. You pay. You gotta pay for that too. You just heard what this woman talked about, right? They involved in that. They're like, no, pay for this, pay for that. At this point, they even try to this technology, because this is not only physiologically harming, they're also torturing your mind. They are manipulating your mind. They are rewiring your mind. This technology can alter the mind of a human being like it's nothing. And it gets more and more sophisticated. So they have this ability with this technology, because this technology can alter your mind, can implant thoughts and information in your brain in certain ways that is just surreal. There was this guy who, this rapper, oh my gosh, I just saw the video of what he did to like his girlfriend at the time. Actually, I used to have a huge crush on the girlfriend, because she was a singer, and saw how he beat the crap out of her. It's so disgusting, right? But they try to vilify me as I'm like a woman beater and this and that, because they look for whatever they can to paint you in this falsified way. And one thing they've been trying to bring up is, when I was in college, I used to throw these parties. It's like little parties, and I remember there was this girl, right? She comes to a party. We all like college years and whatnot. Get drink. I'm the one hosting at my apartment, and we're drinking. Initially, everything is cool. Everybody's okay. And then, I walk around and I see her arguing with another girl who's like just not trying to have any of that. And she keeps saying, "I'm sorry, okay, sorry." So, and the other one would just keep persisting and being aggressive toward her. So I approached the conversation, because it's my place, and I say, "Hey, can you relax? Can you calm down?" And me saying that just triggered something in her. She looked at me, and whatever drink she had in her cup, threw that in my face. Immediately, boom! I reacted. I grabbed her, just grabbed her, opened the door, threw her out of my place. Right? She fell down a little bit, got up, and just walked the rest of the stairs. Everything was. She just walked out of the building. I was like, okay. And I looked at, make sure she walked away, saying that's that. And I went back in, and unfortunately, the poor girl that was being aggressed apologized for that. I was like, it's not even your fault. You didn't do anything. I think she felt bad that she threw a drink at me for just me asking her to, hey, can you come? Can you chill? Can you relax? Right? And I say that in a very like calming way. Church will say, hey, calm down, because she seemed to be aggressing the other one, the other girl. And I was like, like, you don't need to be like, obviously this girl doesn't want to have whatever, she doesn't want to go, she's not trying to be aggressive. Now for them, it's like, oh, you see, and matter of fact, it's like, oh, you attacked her. It's like, no, first of all, what she did to me is assault, right? She was in my place, and my reaction immediately was just like, what? I grab her, open the door, boom. Now they're like, oh no, but she was about to leave. It's like, I didn't even let that happen. I just grabbed her immediately, opened the door, and it was just a reaction, just right. Now this is somebody who is throwing somebody out for throwing a drink at him, for the sole purpose. The sole reason she's throwing a drink at me is because I asked her to please be quiet, because she's arguing with this girl. This girl is not, she's not trying to have any kind of altercation with you. She's not trying to have any problem with you. She's actually asking you, she's saying sorry for whatever, and you're still trying to find something to be mean or to be and I'm like, hey, can you calm down? So she just throws a drink at me. I'm like, okay, pop, immediately. right? And like, now you see, and they get to the point where, oh no, you broke her bone. I was like, yeah, please, no. I saw her literally walk up. She was, I think her ego was broken, but that was it. Because I grabbed her, and then throw her out. She fell down a little bit, like two stairs that were padded, and then got up and then just walked the rest. I was like, okay, go. And like, no, it's like, listen, I just got rid of somebody in my party that was being aggressive and threw a drink at me. And she's very fine. And I saw her just walking the rest of the floor and walking me. And so they're trying to exaggerate, create some more thing. No, so that's assault. Actually, what she did was assault. I reacted the way I'm allowed to react if somebody assaults you, especially in your own home. Right? And you hear this purpose involved in what you just heard. Doing to women, the way they torture women, burning their genitals. I mean, literally, cutting the vagina of this woman. To try to counter this because they want to paint themselves as these protectors of women when they are here doing these horrible things to women. You know how foul it is? This woman was attacked and her bones, because they've fragilized these bones. They broke her foot. Right? Well, this trash out here tried to make, now she broke your foot. Shut up. Trash. I just saw her walk properly. Now they try to make me imagine that. They are low-life bottom feeders who are projecting a false reality in order to make you accepting of what of this falsified reality they put together. They are here now make, no, she broke her foot. Yeah, shut up. No, she broke her head too. Trash. In every way, he's trying to find ways to just, and then literally making magic. But the truth is, they are breaking the bones of women, of men. You see the legs of this. You see that? That's the damage they do to the body of men, women, and even children is ridiculous. While they are here creating their fantasy of this falsified reality, and they have the audacity to think that I'm going to let them live that fantasy. I put that in their face. Reality, this is what you do. Yes, you are broken this person's foot. Yes, you are torturing this woman's genitals. Yes, you're involved in these mass shootings while doing these nasty things, living this nasty low-lifeness, cowardness. You hear the nose campaign, right? That's what these bottom feeders live for. But I pray that they continue to live this disgusting life, living this altered reality where somehow they're the one protecting children and women, and another one injuring women, burning them, breaking their bones, attacking them. Trash. Low life like that, they deserve things that I can do. But I'm not gonna let this fucking trash live their fantasy. I'm sorry for the language, because there's a purple who's making noise campaign. They know if we see each other, and she tried to play. It's like, no. Target video, stay strong. The reason why I bring these stories of how they try to vilify and twist reality, now try to make me imagine, now she broke her foot. Before it was a different bone, now it's her foot. Because they can make a person have any information implanted in their thoughts. And then these bottom feeders who live an altered reality where reality is not reality, they create the reality they want, and then they try to make you accepting of this false reality. And then they have no shame. They'll be in the hallway trying to like gaslight you in what they just created. With no shame. And wanting you to accept that falsified reality, while you know they are here actually harming women in every ways you can imagine. These people are the human trash. But this evil that they do to people, and while they're deluding themselves, I'm never going to let this low life live their fantasy. Now, let me just hear this man talk about how he's what was gonna say, he's Jesus, oh my gosh, it's so bad. What technology they use is crazy. Matter of fact, right now what they're doing in my brain, because they're doing things to my foot, right? It's like, no, we broke your foot because you broke her trash. Nobody broke. They live this deluded fucking trash because they're actually the one breaking the feet of women. You're gonna hear that. But they have no shame. They can tell you a story in front of you that's completely made up, and it'll look at you like, oh. For me, I pray to God that if they play this game in front of me, that I have found the strength to not do anything. Because can you imagine somebody involved in a program that actually do the things they want you to imagine you have done? Because they actually break the bones of these women. They actually torture these women, destroy them, do horrible things to them, and they are here making up stories, making stories in your brain, because this technology, as you can hear, can alter the mind and implant information in your brain for you to create these imaginations. It's so far, and actually breaking feet not only of mine, because they've been doing that, but women. This woman, her foot is broken, and and Megan is aware, I think, at this point, that perhaps if the technology wasn't applied onto her this way, even if she was attacked, the reason why her foot was broken is because it was already brittle. That this technology was already fragilizing her bones. So when this thing happened to her, it was easy to break, just like me. So imagine you see some childlike retard that involved in a program that does this horrible thing you just heard, but thinks that somehow they should be disassociated from that, and I should go with this fantasy they create in their head. Fantasy they've created, and it forced me to imagine that to be a true reality. These people have no shame of what they can create. The falsification of reality it comes in all shape and form, but they get the luxury to not be seen. If they get seen and they think that they can play this game, it's not going to be good. I'm telling you, I bring up the torment of this woman all the time for a reason, because I'm like, this is reality. Actually, you breaking this person's foot. Now you are here making me imagine the version that you want. Oh, nice, her foot. And the reason why the foot is because they're making me think of this woman foot broken to now make me imagine, oh, her foot is broken. And by the way, they're doing something to my foot. And like, no, that's why your foot. No, you are doing these things to others. And you come up with the stories that you wish for stories, and then you think that you can gaslight somebody, because this technology, as you're gonna hear, can implant information in people's brain to create a storyline, and then they're gonna try to believe this information as if it's real. Trash low life. Target video, do not go with whatever bullshit stories they come up. They have no shame. Your brain is being altered. Information can be implanted and becomes information that is now like something that you imagine to be true. It's not true. For example, me grabbing this person because she threw a drink at me while I asked her, please stop fighting, can you calm down? Me grabbing her and throwing her outside. She rolled, come up, just walk down, and just whoop. I can clearly see her walking fine outside, opening the door, and just like kind of jogging down a little bit, blah, blah, blah. Perfectly fine, nothing, no injury, clear as ever. See, now they're like, no, but her foot was broken. He didn't. It's like, maybe he didn't see that. Of course, no. It will be her foot out of, yeah. They have no shame. And you know why they want to see it? Because it would be less noticeable if it was the foot, but if it was, they have no self-respect. Better have to calm down and see this low life for what they are. You gotta see them for what they are. They are making me imagine, no, but when she fell, maybe her foot did. It's like, yeah, okay, you're choosing the foot because if it will be the hardest thing to notice. They literally try to find what story can we. No, okay, the foot decided with the leg, broken the leg. No, okay, that's too much. And like, no, but you see, you know why we're doing that to your foot? Because you broke her. No, it's because you break people's bones. You make those bones brittle. You handicap people. My knees, my elbow, my arm. They are doing things to it. My elbow can pop up right now. These people are trash. It's like, no, and they come up with the stories that they want you to start identifying with, while they actually are breaking the bones of these women, torturing women in these ways. Low life. Target individuals, stay strong and listen to this poor woman going through what she's going through.